What's going on, YouTube family? Welcome back to another episode of Pips and Points. I'm your host, Jono. I want to give a special shout out to all my Pip Tonights out there. Shout out to you. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I hope you've collected some pips. So today we're just going to we're going to start the whole situation by talking about the NAS100. This is what we do. We start off with NAS100, and NAS has been going well. Like so far, it's been going well. It's been going well for me yesterday, and it's going well for me today, right? And you'll probably figure to yourself, why is it going well for you today? Because obviously you put in a trade yesterday, right? And let me just bring this up. I think it's locked. Okay, yep, here it is. Let's unlock that. Okay, so if you was to look at this now, it would have hit my trading stop right about now. But however, before I ended yesterday's video, I had actually moved my trading stop up to around this level right here, right? So I moved my trading stop up to this level right here, and what happened was this pullback right here took me out of the trade, right? So it took me out of the trade, and straight away what I did after that, once it took me out of the trade, was then, let me just go back into it again actually, because it's still relevant. What I did was I put in a pending buy order around the same level where I got taken out, okay, and literally just left it overnight. So when I woke up in the morning, I could clearly see that the sale hadn't triggered, so it was still up here, non-active, and nothing was going on. But however, this shape, and this is the shape I keep going on about all the time, when it starts consolidating, but it consolidates in an angle, either in an upwards angle or a downward angle. So seeing that in the morning, I was like, you know what, I don't usually sell the NAS, but that red I took during the correction, I want to get my money back as fast as possible. So what I did was I put in a sell order. So where did I get taken out? I got taken out right here somewhere. Alright, so we're just going to lock this in place. Let's keep that there. So now I have an active sell here. I have an active sell at this level right now. My stop is very tight. It's about here, because like I say, the NAS is not something I like selling. Okay, so I'm always keeping an eye out that it doesn't do anything crazy, and if it does, then I want to make sure that I'm out of it. So at the moment right now, I'm selling the NAS, right, and that is in profit right now. So I've made profit up here, and I'm now in profit over here. So that is 2 days doing very, very well. So I'm super proud of myself, and we're going to see how it plays out if it continues to give out. But ultimately, what I am going to do is I'm waiting for another pull to the downside. I'm waiting for another pull to the downside, okay, at which point I'm going to bring in a trailing stop about this level right here. I might actually bring it at the end of the video, locking that trailing stop around this level, because one thing that I'm operating under, the ideology that I'm operating under right now, is that I am not taking any more reds. I want to reduce the amount of reds I take by a huge amount. Basically, I'm going to become bad at taking reds. That's the kind of trader that obviously everybody's hoping to be, but I'm going to demonstrate that for you guys as to how I basically do it. And you can obviously do your own research, learn your own technical analysis, you know what I mean, read some books, do all the things you're supposed to do in order to get good at this, okay? And you're gonna get there too. Because one thing that I don't, because I am showing you just the strategies that I do use for the markets. I mean, some of you guys are using it and you're profiting off it on base of what I show and how I show it. You are profiting off it, and that's fantastic. That's exactly what I want you to do. But however, you always want to be in a situation where you're the one calling the shots. You're the one making the decisions. You're the one, you know how you got in and you know how you're getting out. Okay, like I can't tell you how powerful that is when you're able to do that for yourself, because literally you become your own pip printing machine. Pip printing machine, which translates into dollars or pounds depending on where you are, and obviously whatever you're using, wherever you are, that's what it will be. All right. So this is going great right now. Now what I'm thinking is going to happen in this situation is, like I said, it's going to come back down to around this region. This is what I think. I'm not saying it's going to absolutely going to happen, but I think it's actually going to come down to around this region over here, at which point it's going to consider changing course. And when that happens, that's when I'm going to re-enter the position again. So not only have I made some nice pips over here, we're going to re-enter again at a much lower price, and the pips I didn't get over here, I will get over here on its way up to the upside. Because as long as it lands here and pushes back up again, this is pretty much a confirmation that it is on the up. It's already confirmed that it's going up, by the way. So this is already confirmed, correct? Sorry, that correction is over and it's now heading to the upside. This confirms all of that. That correction is over and it's heading to the upside. But however, we're going to grab a second helping. So well, we're going to grab a third helping, I should say. So a little bit up here, a little bit down here, wait for it to get down here, then we just ride the wave up here. Once it, wait, let me get rid of this and do this again. So when it comes down here somewhere, right, bearing in mind I'm expecting some a struggle in this area, because this is a major price action level. All right, it's an area that we have been watching for a couple of days now. From last week Friday, we've been talking about this level and how important it is, right? So once it breaks through, because that's what it's going to do, it's going to actually break through this level after it does his little dance in this area, come down to this area. So it's either going to come down to this area or right to this little line right here, right to this level, which is 14.27.4. And then it's gonna make his little dance to the upside. Okay, to the upside. That is what it's gonna do. And for all of that, I'm gonna ride the wave all the way through and collect as many pips as I possibly can until I get to the upside and until my account is back to what it was before the catastrophe happened. Okay, so that's the plan. And so far the plan is going very, 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 very well. All right. Now also, so let me just quickly just jump onto my phone for a second, because there was a number of news that came out today that screwed around with the Euro USD. So we're just going to go into that, but first I just want to bring up the news data so we can actually talk about exactly what happened. Okay, so today a lot of news came out about Euro USD. A lot of news came out about Euro USD. So let me just reconfigure this, make this a lot clearer. Let's only stick to the news that we want to see. Apply, yep. Okay, so a lot of news came out about Euro USD. So the first one was main refinancing rate, okay, and it all remained at zero. So the previous last month, December was zero. The forecast for this month was zero, and the actual data that came out was also zero, right? Then we had the monetary policy statement, and that came out, and basically that is all over Bloomberg and CNBC, so you can go back and read that. But pretty much Christine Lagarde just basically just turned around and said that obviously the euro's doing all right, it's not as bad as America, yada yada yada, blah blah blah, and all the rest of the stuff. So it had an impact. Now I'm going to jump into, actually wait, whilst I'm telling you all this stuff, you should actually be in the Euro USD. So let's look at that. Yeah, so this is how it looks. This is how it looks, right? So this is completely irrelevant now. And like I always say, I am not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. Please subscribe, please become a pip tonight. Now what happened here was not something that I could have foreseen, and this was done by the news. Okay, so today you can basically say that Euro USD basically moved around 150 to around 160 pips very quickly. All right, now the final one was in relation to the US dollar. Okay, so then the US dollar, so this is the PMI, right? And that came out, so the previous for for January. So what I said earlier in regards to main refinancing rate, and I said December, what I meant to say was January. So January, month just gone, a few days ago. That's what I meant to say. So please forgive me for you saying December. All right. So okay, yep. So the ISM services PMI came in at, let me go back. Came in, so the previous for January was 62. The forecast was 59.5, and the actual data that came out for the month of February was 59.9. So all in all, very positive for the US, okay? But however, the strength of the news coming out in regards to the EU overrided that that information that came out from the US in regards to the ISM Services PMI, which basically stands for Institute for Supply Management, and the PMI is Purchasing Managers Index. So what Christine Lagarde said overrode what was going on in the US and pushed it all the way up, and now it's on the way up. So I'm just going to look at it on a bigger time scale to see what it's going to do. And as you can see, it's still within this structure, okay? So this is by no means saying that this is now an uptrend for the Euro USD, so you should start buying, because in order for you to even consider this as a possible buy, it needs to break this level, right? It needs to break this level and even go even higher. So breaking this level is one potential level of saying, okay, I think it's breaking to the upside, but I think this is the, wait, let me just do this a bit bigger. Let's have a look. Yeah, I would say it needs to break above this level right here to be considered an upside trend, an uptrend. It needs to break this level right here. Okay, it needs to break this level right here in order for us to even consider this is an uptrend. But however, I still think this thing is still going down. I still think it is still going down. I just think this is just news reacting right now, and once everything is done, it's going to go back and do what it's doing. The main thing is where this thing settles at. That's the main thing right now for me, is where it settles at. Okay, so if we go in closer, let's go in a little bit closer into this, right? We can see a little doji forming, and this is on a 4 hourly, so we need that to finish doing what it's doing. And if it is a doji, that's the first sign. And then the second sign is the next wick that comes after. Now the next wick doesn't have to encompass this one. It just basically just needs to start pushing down. And once you see that wick, you can wait for the second one to double confirm, and then you can be like, okay, maybe this could be on its way down. But like I said, it is super important that you do your own research in regards to these matters so that you make the best decision possible for you. But in my personal opinion, this thing is not going up. It's done a move. So those that was paying attention to the news and saw it when it actually broke a particular structure, when it broke this structure right here, let me just draw that out for you guys. When it broke this structure over here, for individuals that were paying attention, you were able to seize the moment. And well done to you. Well done to you for being able to see that move and seizing the moment, okay? But however, I'm waiting to see what it does around this region. So what Euro USD does around this region right here is what's going to be super important. If it breaks through, or if it comes down. And if it comes down, then we're still in business. We're still in business. We're still in business. We're still in business. So, and apart from that, what else has been happening? Let me have a look to see if there's anything worth talking about. I think these are the two main big ones. These are the two main big ones. Obviously, the NAS, what the NAS has been doing, and opportunities in relating to that, and what came out of the ECB today. So guys, I hope you find the information in here absolutely useful. I do try to make sure that I get you out the best information in my own way, and hopefully that you guys are able to work with it and capitalize on it. Okay, so yeah, let me just go back to the NAS again. Let's go back to the NAS. Which NAS was I using actually? I think it was, no, it definitely wasn't this one. Oh, it was this one, right? So the plan here for the NAS, so obviously I'm just skipped all the way back. This is normally, we don't do it in this format, but we are going to do it in this format today. Sorry, so you guys were expecting something different. It's just because we're going to go back to this again. So right now with the NAS, how it looks right now, okay, I would say if you're in a sell right now and you've already got in earlier, fantastic, hold that sell, okay? But if you're not in a sell right now, okay, then I would say wait until it gets to this level right here. Wait until it gets to this level and wait for it to confirm it wants to go up, and then begin taking in positions. All right, there is no need. The only reason why I did this is purely out of greed and frustration, and still traumatized by that day. Even though I was acting cool, trust me, in my head I was going crazy, but I had to remain cool, because that's the only way you win in this game. You have to take your emotions out of it and think like a machine, which is super hard to do. But with training and practice in the markets, it's going to become second nature to you. So with nothing more to say or to do, I want to thank you all for coming over and watching another episode of Pits and Points. I appreciate you all. I appreciate all the viewers just that happened just to stumble across this channel. I appreciate my Piptonites for sticking with me. I appreciate every single one of you. And if you haven't become a Piptonite, just hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Become a Piptonite. Videos are released every single day. They are time sensitive. I put in my technicals based on what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it, and what you're supposed to do is check my work. Check my work. Make sure that what I'm saying is on point, because I am not perfect. I am not infallible. I do not have a history, or not history, sorry. I do not have professional training as a trader. I am self-taught through YouTube, books, and random courses here and there that they were just a waste of time. But in a way, it kind of helped, because some of the little things they told me I still use, but the bulk of it was like I just gave them free money essentially. I was better off sticking with YouTube, to be fair, because literally all you have to do, watch a video, back test the concept, see if it works. If it works, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But be wary of quick fix strategies, because these ones tend not to work. It's super important that you back test everything you see on YouTube and make sure it makes sense. Hence why I always like to do my trades based on what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, so you know that I'm in it. Obviously, I don't show the finances, and I do that for a very, very, very good reason, and I have no plans in ever showing that. But if you look at how I move in the markets, you're going to see that I'm not pulling the walls over your eyes. This is exactly what is happening, and this is what we're doing. And you're going to see if I'm right or if I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, innit? And if I'm right, kudos to me. So thank you for coming over and sticking with me and listen to this last bit of the rant, okay? I hope you guys have an awesome day, awesome morning, awesome evening, wherever you are. And I look forward to bringing out another video tomorrow, which will be the 4th of Feb. So till then, Jono signing out.